The views and opinions expressed in this content are that of a continuously evolving nature and are subject to change as humanity evolves into higher states of awareness.
Hi everyone, Lee again here from Next Level Awareness, and in this video I want to talk about the importance of coming out your comfort zone. Because I was in my comfort zone for at least 20 years. I wouldn't budge from it. I thought the grass wasn't greener on the other side. I lived with my mother for quite a long time. She eventually passed. And because I was living with my mother when she passed, that really impacted my mental health. I went through a horrible dark night of the soul then. And I decided to stay in the same house as her, even though people advise us I shouldn't. People advise us there'll be like memories about this and it'll impact my mental health if I stayed in that same place that I'd lived all my life. But I didn't listen to them. I stayed in the same house. I didn't want to move because I thought I was in a good location. I was living in a little house looking at the same walls for years and years and years, my whole life. And I just didn't listen to anyone. I didn't listen to any advice about coming out my comfort zone. And eventually this impacted us in massive ways. My mental health started to get worse. Every day I felt like I was in a prison. I felt very alone. I would literally go out and spend most of the time in my car because I couldn't stay in the house for longer than an hour sometimes because I was seeing the same walls with all those bad memories of when I was a teenager, arguing with my mother, losing my mother eventually, seeing the same walls. Even though I did the house up, I made it totally different. It was still the same location. It was still the same atmosphere. The same point in space and time, and I literally my mental health started going right down because of this, to the point where I was literally starting to go insane. Okay, like I was getting PTSD. I would go out in my car. I would have to go to specific places just so I felt okay. Other places I would get memories back again, and I'd have to move from them places. I was constantly changing my location all the time, and I just couldn't stay in the house. Every time I'd go in the house, I was depressed. Every time I'd wake up, I was depressed, seeing the same walls. PTSD would come back again and hit us. I was living a horrible, miserable life for years and years and years just because I didn't want to come out of my comfort zone. But then, eventually, I met my current partner. And she luckily has her own house. So I decided to stay there one night and I never went back. Okay, I just stayed at my partner's house. And when I did this, I started to become a lot happier, you see, because it was new surroundings. It was a new area, totally new place to explore, different types of people, even though it was only like 12 miles away from my old property. The fact is, I came out of my comfort zone and I made that choice to do it. And since then, my mental health has absolutely changed, totally changed 100%. All my depression's kind of going away now because new neurons are firing up in my brain that are more happier rather than depressed. And all this is because I made the choice to come out of my comfort zone. Now, this is very, very, very important, okay? Because the law of change in this universe means that no matter where we are or what we do, everything changes constantly. And the energy in whichever time, space, location you are becomes stagnant. And it's a little bit like a sell-by date on food, okay? You can only stay in the same area for so long before your consciousness needs to change. And this is what coming out your comfort zone is all about. And in the conscious communities at the moment, there's kind of a saying that says you always take your mental health with you. Now, I believe that. That's one of the reasons why I stayed in my comfort zone. I thought the grass wasn't greener on the other side. I thought no matter where I went, what I did, my mental health would come with us. But after doing this, I've realised this is not the case, because the whole point in changing your time, space, location is the fact that everything becomes new, and because everything becomes new, it kind of impacts on your consciousness, okay? It forces you to change, whether you like it or not. If you don't have a partner to live with like I did, then you can literally go and stay on a friend's couch, okay? You can stay with a friend, go and stay with some family. Any option you have to get out your comfort zone. If you're feeling depressed, do it, okay? Just do it. I used to go out in my car, and I used to sit in my car most of the time, and I even thought about setting up a tent and living in there for a while. It was that bad. But yeah, I would just go and, if you've got the option, go and stay on a friend's couch, stay with some friends. Even staying on your friend's couch will get you out of that depressive state if you're stuck in the same state, feeling lonely in your house and you're seeing the same walls, waking up in a nightmare every day. Because it's taking you out of your comfort zone. And this is very, very important for our mental health. It's very important for our consciousness, because that's the only way we can grow. We can only grow by changing every few years, coming out our comfort zones. And it took me 20 years to realize this, guys. So I don't want you guys to make the same mistake as me, because this really, really messed up my mental health. Really messed it up. I got to a point where it was so bad that the only thing keeping us going was the fact that I could end my life at any time. Okay, the only thing that kept me going every day was the fact that I could literally choose to end it anytime I want. Now that's when you hit the lowest of the low. I went through the whole dark night of the soul in my comfort zone, and every day was a nightmare. So I would always advise, if you're going through depression, go and stay with a friend, okay, or stay with your partner, stay with family. Go anywhere but be alone in your house. And when you do this, by the way, guys, don't be a hindrance to them, okay? What you get in this world is what you give, okay? You get what you give. So if you go and stay with a friend on the couch, make it worthwhile for them. For instance, go like wash up the dishes for them, okay? Do the housework for them. Make it worthwhile, because you don't want to be a hindrance to people, and you don't want to be moping about letting your mental health affect them, because if you do that, because you're giving that out, you're going to get it back, and they're going to end up wanting you to move back, okay, or go back in your house. So be good company to them, and because you're good company to them, they'll be good company to you, and because you're not alone, and you'll feel more part of something, then that's when your mental health will start going up instead of down, and new neurons will fire up in your brain, and you'll start to see life in a whole new light. You'll have a new location where you can go out and explore. Because you're not alone, you'll be a lot happier, and when you're happy, that's when we grow. When you're unhappy, that's when you don't grow and you're stuck in your comfort zone. But once you become happier, you'll grow, and then all these new opportunities will start coming to you, okay? And don't be scared to do this either. If you do it and it doesn't work out, you can always go back, okay? You can always go back to your comfort zone and try it again, because the universe will always give you opportunities to do this, and you've just got to realize the opportunities, okay? Don't block them. I blocked them for about 20 years, and I suffer the consequences for this, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistake. So look for the opportunities. Take any opportunity you can to go out, change your comfort zone, do something totally different, and you'll see the rewards. You'll become a lot more happier, and you'll start to do what you want to do in life. And when you're happy, you can do anything in life, okay? When you're happy, you can literally go out and nothing can stop you, okay? Nothing affects you when you're fully happy and you're doing what you're supposed to do in this reality and evolving instead of staying in the same place, staying in your comfort zone. So yeah, don't do that, guys. So I hope you got some information from that. I like to share my experiences on this channel to help you guys. I tell you what the universe tells me. Sometimes something will just pop in my head about my experiences, and it'll just say, make a video about that. So I do. If you know anyone who will benefit from this video, send it to them, please. Please like and subscribe as well. And that's it, guys. Thanks for listening to me today. See you guys next time.